We're delighted to be talking today with Daryl Gray of SAP XM, SAP's newest division, which focuses on marketing, something very new for the organization. So, Daryl, you were a marketer yourself, weren't you?
I was.
Let's start with that.
Yeah, I was.
What were your challenges?
So that's one of the reasons that I was really focused on SAP Exchange Media and what we're up to. I know the challenges of a marketer firsthand.
What are they?
Well, keeping relevant to your consumer and making sure that you're using all of the data at your disposal to be able to really intermingle and entangle yourself with your customer. We used a lot of different ways to go about that, and I think that the existing processes that we have today in the market are somewhat inefficient.
Now, tell me a little bit about that inefficiency, because that's what led to XM, isn't
That's
that
exactly
true?
right, yeah. SAP has a real strong legacy of taking on very complex processes, of which media buying and advertising is one of them. But we've built up trust in the SAP customer base in a lot of other areas. And I think from our perspective, advertising is a very complex business in the world today, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. For every dollar spent, sometimes only about 30 cents on that dollar would actually make it out into market to get the eyeballs of the consumer. And that wasn't good for the advertiser, and it's not good for the publisher.
A little bit more on marketing. Where do you see the business going? Where do you see some of the challenges?
As marketers, I don't think we really embrace technology that much in the past, and I think at this stage we really have no choice. And if we're not in the digital media space leveraging things like digital technologies, of which SAP is very well known for, I think we're missing the boat. And so the CIO necessarily never talked to the CMO in the past, or the Chief Procurement Officer, and they're running a lot of their systems on SAP. And now I think there's so many players in the market, and I think SAP may be one of the only companies that can really create a big vision around how this can be done in a much more holistic fashion from end to end.
Where do you think that we're going to go with this new collaboration throughout the corporation? It sounds like we're really breaking down silos, aren't we?
That's right, and we're kind of bringing that all together by making sure that there's a technology layer directly between the advertisers and the publishers, and leveraging technology along the way to make sure that intermingled relationship is beneficial for both parties.
So it sounds like there's a lot of education to be done in the marketing department here.
There certainly is, and I think the marketers really have started to embrace this. They understand it, but yet they're still a little cautious. They're like, well, how is this going to work? You're bringing on advertisers together with the publishers, and you're putting them on an exchange. I just saw a statistic which was amazing. 45% of marketers use 25% or less data in trying to engage with their consumer or their customers. And that's incredible, because they have so much data that's locked up in their organization that they can take advantage of.
It echoes of everything else that SAP does throughout the enterprise, and that's trying to make things simple.
That's what we're
So with
really
that,
about.
let's hope that we come back in a year and you can tell us what your vision is in terms of changing things further.
I would absolutely love to do that.
Great,
Absolutely.
great, and we would as well. Thank you very much. We're delighted to have been speaking with Daryl Gray today and talking about SAP and marketing. Thank you.